All right, hi everybody. So today we're going to complete construction number 9, which is about dividing a line segment into a given number of congruent segments. So this is all about dividing that line segment, and really we can pick any number of segments, any number of congruent segments, and it'll work for anyone. Um, but we're going to end up doing it by creating parallel lines. All right. And for our purposes, we're going to divide segment AB into 3 different segments. All right. Because if we can do 3, then we can also do 4, we can do 5, we can do 6, 7, whatever. Okay. So we start with our AB, and then we start with the ray coming up the side. All right. Then we mark at given points up that ray, and then we connect the last point E, down to B, and then we make parallel lines to EB. We make parallel lines, and that ends up breaking up AB into 3 congruent segments. All right. So let's get to work on this. We'll do GeoGebra, geometry, and we'll get our screen ready to go. Okay, more and more. Okay, so let's start with our segment. And I'm going to put it a little bit lower because we're going to have most of our stuff up above the segment. So we'll say A to B is right here to here. And we're going to break that into 3 separate but congruent segments. All right. So I'll use array for this. And we'll come off of A, and we'll go up in that direction. Now, I'm going to put this point way up here so it's out of our way, but then we're going to put another point that's on the object, and I'll put it right there. Okay. So once we have that point, we're going to use our compass tool. Click A, D, then put it on A. That's my first step, my first mark. AD, then put it on D. Then I just keep marking the intersections. And this one is called E. So I'll go back to my compass and I'll measure from D to E. And I'll mark that intersection. Okay. And so this will give me 3 separate segments going up that ray. And I can actually move point D so I can extend this out a little bit. Okay. And then we'll make our segment and we'll connect F to B. Okay. And then we have to copy the angle. Let me actually move this back in. There we go. Oh, I don't want to zoom in like that. Zoom it back out. Okay, so we're going to copy the angle for angle E and angle F. Okay. Oh, Kathy's here. Okay, so all right, so we need
it's 4 o'clock.
We'll use the compass tool for this, and we'll measure from E to F, and we'll put that on F. And so now we said from my ray down to FB is this mark right here. Right? So I need to measure that so that I can repeat that. And actually, let's see if we can make this a little bit easier on us. If we make this smaller, there we go. Okay. So this angle right here, angle GFH, I want to copy that angle down to point E and down to point D. And if we copy that angle, then that gives me parallel lines. And the parallel lines help to break up my segment. All right, so I'm gonna put this. Where I put this? Let me try and move this. Okay. There we go. Okay, I want to measure from G to H. And I want to put those measurements on E and then also put those measurements on D. Okay. And so Okay, so here's my intersection. We're going to go E through Okay, so I'm going to use this right here, construct a parallel line, just to make sure I have my things all set up right. And then the intersection point, I don't have on this one. And this intersection point, I do have. So this intersection is marked down here. Let me mark that intersection. And I can make my line through DI and then mark this intersection. And then I think I need to have the compass tool around F because I believe this helps make my parallel line. Make sure I have this right. Yeah, there we go. I need to mark that intersection right there. All right. So intersect and then mark which one is it? I think it's this one. So let's draw a line from E through K. Doesn't exactly look right. So I marked the intersection at the wrong spot. So the parallel line tool, so it's the top right. Okay, Okay. So mark the intersection. So top right. And then now I can draw my line. So E through K. And then this intersection down here. Okay, so now I should have three segments, AJ, JL, and LB, and they should all be congruent segments. All right, so let's measure these to make sure that they're congruent. Here's AJ, JL, and LB. Okay, and we'll move these all into place. All right. So now that we're done with all of our construction, we need to sign it, screenshot, and save it. All right, so let's sign it. Put the signature up here. And we'll screenshot. All right, and now we'll save it. I'll call this GG construction number 9. Okay, we'll copy that. And we'll go to our template. We'll add this to our template. And our title is going to be construction number 9. Our plan, we said divide a line segment into a given number of congruent segments. We'll say divide a line segment into 3 congruent segments using parallel lines. All right. So divide a line segment into 3 congruent segments using parallel lines. And then our given is segment AB We have to include our pick right here. Here's going to be our screenshot. Okay, we have AJ, JL, and LB. So segment AJ is congruent to segment JL, which is congruent to segment LB. All right. So now we're all ready to turn this in, and we're good to go. All right. So hopefully you get through this nice and good, and I will see you on the next one. All right. Have a good one.